Okay, so for the basic question, it's asking you to find the scatter plot for part A. So what you do first is you input all your data into L1 and L2 on the calculator, as you can see on the left. And then you get your scatter plot that you can see on the right. And so the scatter plot shows that as the lean body mass increases, so does the metabolic rate. That means that the data has a strong positive and linear correlation because all the data points are close together. Alright, so next is the advanced question. So first of all, you have to find the least squares regression line. So to do that, you plug in your data for x and y into L1 and L2, and then you do linreg for y equals a plus bx, and you get your a and b values. So you get the equation y hat equals 492.7977316 plus 14.76332702x. That means that the slope is how much the walking distance is increasing with age, on average. Okay, next we have part B, which is asking you to find the residuals and plot them. So to find the residuals, you go to L4 and you hit enter, and then you press the residual button on the calculator and it'll calculate them for you. So we get the residuals and then we can plot them on a graph with the representative age of each group at the bottom of the graph and the residuals on the y-axis with the zero line in the middle. So there are no unusual features on the residual plot, and the spread is about even, so that that means there's a strong correlation between the two variables. Since the residuals are homoscedastic, there's an even spread of them, and that means that there's no errors in the residual plot. Alright, so here we have the last question, the AP question asking about the passenger seats in the airplane. So the first part, part A, is asking you to find the equation of the least squares regression line. So to do that, you're going to take the coefficients that they give you in the little number table, and you're going to use those values to set up your regression line. So what we get is y hat equals 1130 plus 14.673x, where y hat is the predicted cost and x is the number of seats on the airplane. For part B, it's asking you to find the correlation coefficient. So we find that the correlation coefficient is 0.7750, and we can get that from square rooting the r squared value in order to find the correlation coefficient, which is r. So this correlation means that there's a weak positive linear correlation between the two variables. It also means that the regression line doesn't have a great fit, and some data points are kind of far away from it. So for part C, it says that the range is from 250 seats to 350 seats. So the line shown in the scatter plot that they give you would no longer provide the best description for the data. If we did only include those values, then the line would have a negative linear correlation, a strong negative linear correlation as the best fit. That's how the regression line would look as it's going down through the data, so that it could hit as many of the data points as possible and have a strong correlation in that range.